Welcome, supplement entrepreneurs. In this episode, we're going to talk about the two types of supplement businesses and which one is actually best. So, there are two types of supplement businesses, and one of them is quickly rising to the top. The first one sells off the shelf white label products. The second one sells unique products and formulations. The first type worked very well 5 years ago, and it can still work in certain sub-niches within supplements. But it's getting harder to make it work today in the competitive supplement business landscape that we are currently in. Here's what one supplement business owner has to say.
I know one brand particularly, it's like a coffee replacement brand that built up a huge subscription base back when Facebook ads were super easy. And now if you're trying to go toe to toe with them, they can just crush you because they can take probably double what of a cost per acquisition that you can, because they've just been able to maintain this huge subscriber base. My concern about that type of model is I think that you're at a certain point going to saturate, and then it's going to get really hard.
The first type of business is more difficult to build. Specifically right now, things have changed in the supplement market in the last 3 years. The competition has increased, the cost to acquire a customer has gone up significantly, and as a result, the need for higher average order value has also been rising. And that's putting more pressure on selling on the initial sale to offset the cost of the acquisition of a new customer. On top of that, the supplement customer has changed. We're at a point where the customer sophistication and awareness level for supplements specifically is extremely high, at least for some categories of supplements. For most categories of supplements, there are still a few niches out there where it's lower, but here's an example. So people are more aware of probiotics or fish oil. That's a supplement that's really basic. They're aware of it as a product. They're aware of it as a solution. They kind of know a little bit about what it does, that it's good for you. They see it on the shelves of their supermarkets every day. And this makes it very difficult to compete using the first type of business model. If you're just selling a white label dropship supplement in a category where sophistication and awareness is high, it is a lot tougher. Those two things have to be in agreement. And one reason is that those supplements are so prevalent at the brick and mortar stores for really, really low prices. In that situation, the way to win is to lean in on the unique mechanism and the emotional storytelling with your marketing. Now, that is something that the brick and mortar stores and standard e-commerce supplement sites are not doing. And that is an opportunity in that area. But you're still fighting against the low margin, low prices of the brick and mortar stores. The dropship supplement business challenges are forcing more aggressive marketing. In order to overcome all of those challenges of higher acquisition costs, marketplace awareness, and brick and mortar, if you want to call it Amazon prices as well. So for those supplement businesses, there's more focus on the top of the funnel advertising to pull in as many new buyers as possible, because the clock is ticking on the opportunity for that supplement. Remember, there are no inventory holding costs for this type of business. So you can pour all of the money into advertising in order to scale. Plus, there are no constraints on inventory. So in order to grow and make the economics of the business work, acquisition of new customers has to be over the top, pedal to the metal. Now, there are still pockets and sub-niches within supplements, like I mentioned earlier, where the sophistication and awareness level is still relatively low. For those pockets, it may still make sense to compete using that first type of supplement business, the off-the-shelf business, and compete on marketing alone. To a degree, you'll always be competing on marketing. Then, as the customer matures on the sophistication and awareness scale, you can move up the chain to a more unique proprietary formula. If the competition and sophistication of the market do not surpass the speed at which you can build a foothold, then you have a chance of really making it big with this first type of business. Now let's look at the alternative, the second type of supplement business. The second type has more bespoke product line. It's more of a unique custom formulation. It has a built-in formulation or some other differentiator that can be used as positioning in marketing. So it may be easier to sell your products because you have a different ingredient story or a unique mechanism that's built into the unique formulation that the first type of business just doesn't have because they're just buying off-the-shelf white label. Now, the second type of company can still benefit from the same marketing strategy that the first employed because, after all, they're both supplement companies. Customer acquisition at break-even is the goal of any business with an economic model that makes more money on the back end with subscription and lifetime value, just like a supplement company does. But the economics of each type of supplement business is completely different. The unique bespoke supplement formulation company has the added challenge of inventory constraints limited by the cash investments available. It may be challenging to get quantity discounts because of cash constraints or due to the unique formulation or one or two ingredients maybe at a premium price, which really affects the margins. There's a lot of different factors that could affect this type of business. But as a result, a lot of cash is being tied up in this second type of business. So the more unique formulation business needs more money to sustain itself as it scales. So where the first type of business model can use that cash to drive more traffic and sales, the second type just needs more cash investment to compete and grow at the same rate. So which type of supplement business is best? Well, that really depends on your situation and the amount of investment that you have to grow your supplement brand. Which type of business you build really depends on what time frame and what capital resources you have available. I look at time and money as a runway. The more time and money you have, the longer the runway, which means the better chance that you have of getting the plane off the runway and into the air. Now, with any customer product, building the initial brand recognition takes time and costs money. So how much money? So if you have $100,000 or less to invest, then I recommend you start out with the first type of supplement business, selling a generic dropship product. It always comes back to money and time. And as a supplement entrepreneur, how much money you have to put into your investment or to invest in your business and how much time you have for your runway is vital to success. Here's what Jordan, the CEO of Zuma Nutrition, has to say about this.
Early on, especially, I had the mistake of like looking at inventory investments or even investing in infrastructure as like, oh my God, like I'm spending money, but it's like, no, you're like investing into your business. And it's important. That's why you need cash, because it's not necessarily that you're just like throwing it away. Although you will early on throw it away on some stuff, but you literally like need it to like build a business. And it's like building a house. You can't build a house without buying wood.
Starting a supplement business from scratch can be challenging. Businesses need cash. Cash is like the blood of the business. You need it in order to get any sales, and you need more of it than you think. It could come from the entrepreneur's personal debt or investors. It could come from equity, but either way, it comes down to funding growth. Many people have an almost unrealistic expectation of what it takes to get a supplement business off the ground. too much misinformation out there that says all you need to do is add your product to Amazon or get some influencer to promote it and you'll be all set is really just not true. Both of those ideas couldn't be further from the truth. It takes time and money to grow any business, and always way more than you think you have. Personally, I don't think it's possible to bootstrap a business with revenue from the business alone. Putting the profits back into the company for several years is pretty much required when you're getting started. But if all of your funding is coming out of revenue, you're most likely going to fail. Without cash, you can't keep the many business mechanisms moving. Things like inventory, fulfillment, advertising, all of those need to keep spinning in order to have the cash coming in. If you stop any one of those things, it's akin to stopping the flow of blood in the body. If you do that, then the whole thing is going to seize up. Every business needs cash so that you can scale and optimize. Many business people think passion is the key, but passion doesn't equal success. It just means that you're going to be more likely to get through the difficult times. If you're not passionate, it's going to be harder for you to get through the days when you're frustrated and burnt out. That's as far as passion will take you. The rest is pure marketing and economics. So which type of supplement business do you have? Or which type do you want to build? There's not one type of supplement business that's better than the other. They are really just two different businesses. And there's no reason why you can't have a business that sits in the middle of both types, with some bespoke products, unique formulations, and other white label products. You can also start with the white label products, and then after building cash flow and systems within the business, you can transition from white label products to a more unique product line. So no matter which you choose, it still really comes down to acquiring a customer and making enough money off of that customer over their lifetime to make a profit. And that's really what I help supplement businesses with on a one-on-one coaching basis. If you're interested, just send me a text. My mobile number is 201-220-6739, but just reference this podcast in the text because I get a lot of spam messages and I ignore most of them. And if you leave me a voicemail, I probably won't get back to you. Text is the best. But just say, hey, listen to your podcast, and then let me know where you are in your business, what you're struggling with. Thanks for listening.